everyone. Good morning. I hope you have completed Science 2 assignments in your notebook. Please maintain separate notebook for Science 2. Try to finish your assignments every day. In last class, we have learnt about what is microorganisms, where are they found, and 5 categories and about virus also. I hope that you all are clear about it. Now, let us start today's class. In this class, we are going to discuss about first one, bacteria, its cell structure and types of bacteria. Fourth one, chemosynthesis. When we talk about bacteria, you may love them or you may even hate them, but you can't avoid them because they are everywhere. You can find them in the soil, in water, in your skin, in air, in your gut too. Mostly bacteria are unicellular, single-celled prokaryotic microorganisms. It is considered to be the first living organisms on earth. Most of them are really good. Some of them are bad. First, let me explain about good bacteria. I have already told you that these bacteria are found in your gut and fight against the invading antigen. Here, the invading antigens means the germ which comes to attack our body and make us sick. These are called invading antigens. So, these good bacteria will be fighting against these antigens which enters inside your gut and make your gut healthy. And of course, we have the bad bacteria. It will make us infectious, sick, and even kill. It is contagious and pass from one person to other. The bad bacteria will contaminate air when someone cough or sneeze and people getting so many sickness like cholera, tuberculosis, pneumonia. The study of bacteria is called bacteriology. The size of bacteria range from 1 micrometer to 5 micrometer. The second thing, let us move on to its cell structure. These are the cell structure of the bacteria. The cytoplasm is the basis of bacteria. It contains the genetic material that is ring-shaped DNA. Cytoplasm is enclosed in cell membrane. All bacteria have a cell wall. Nuclear material is represented by a nucleoid without nuclear membrane. An extra chromosomal DNA called plasmid is present in the cytoplasm. Protein synthesis, that is, proteins production, is carried out by 70 S ribosomes. Flagella used for locomotion. And bacteria have an exceptional ability to adapt and reproduce. This is why they are extremely widespread. Third one, the bacteria have different types due to the evolutionary changes. It is described according to the shape of their cells. They are, first one, bacilli. The second one, spirilla. The third one, cocci. The fourth one, also the cocci, the variety. Then the fifth one, vibrio. Let me explain these types one by one. First, the bacilli. It is a rod-shaped bacteria. Example is Bacillus. The second one, the spirillum or spirilla. That is spiral shaped. Example, spirillum. Third one, cocci, spherical or ball shaped bacteria. Example, Streptococcus and Staphylococcus. These bacterium can stick together and form a chain. The last one, Vibrio. This is comma shaped. Example, Vibrio cholerae. Students, are you clear about these types? And we have one more types of bacteria also. They are also classified according to the arrangement of flagella. They are Monotrichus, Lopotrichus, Amphitrichus, Peritrichus and Atrichus. Let me explain one by one. The first one, Monotrichus. It has single flagella and one end, example, Vibrio cholerae. Lopotrichus, it is tuft of flagella and one end, example, Pseudomonas. Amphitrichus, it is also a tuft of flagella but in both ends, example, Rhodospirillum. Fourth one is Peritrichus. It is a flagella all around, example, E. coli. Atrichus, it does not possess any flagella, example, Corynebacterium. Then we are moving on to the important and interesting process called the chemosynthesis that done by our bacteria. Bacteria get their food in many ways. They live in harsh environment like dark area. They use chemicals to produce their food instead of utilizing energy from the sun. This is called chemosynthesis. When we compare photosynthesis and chemosynthesis, photosynthesis needs the presence of light, but chemosynthesis occurs in total darkness on the seafloor. In photosynthesis, it occurs in plants with the help of sunlight, releasing oxygen to the environment. But in bacteria, chemosynthesis divides CO2 and water into hydrogen sulfide, so it can produce food without sunlight. So, if I want to summarize the bacteria, they are everywhere. Some of them are very useful and some of them are very scary, but all of them are unavoidable. They live in every single place. I believe that you have understood today's class. Be confident and as good as always. Thank you, dear students.